on the way.
Boogeyman band coming round the bend. Is Boogeyman band. Is Boogeyman band.
Greetings, my fellow Fright Fiends, and thanks so much for dropping by the Horror Zone channel. I hope everyone's doing well. This is episode 14 of my segment, Reworking the Lot. This is a segment that I started, or a series that I started back in August of last year when production on the remake of Salem's Lot, directed by Gary Dauberman and produced by James Wan, had gone into production. Back on the 12th of last month, I reported that the remake had been halted in terms of coming out when it was supposed to. It was supposed to come out on September 9th. At that point, we had seen no trailer, no promotional material, nothing had come out, with the exception of the book cover, the cover for the novelization tie-in, which was released at the beginning of August, or beginning of this month, as per regular schedule. And that was the last Reworking the Lot segment that I did, and that was back on the 3rd of this month. So today is the 24th of August, and I want to thank my friend John Compopiano. He co-directed Pennywise, The Story of It. I just did a review of that. He let me know some very unfortunate news, and I also want to give a shout out to John Ryder and Jeremy Horn, both of which have said that it's possible this movie is not going to come out. And over the last couple of weeks, I kept saying, I didn't want to spread rumors. There had been nothing officially stated that this movie wasn't going to come out, but something's going on. Just because we've gotten no trailer, we've gotten no footage, no behind the scenes, no nothing of this movie, with the exception of that novelization tie-in and kind of these weird posters that just have the title Salem's Lot on it. Other than that, nothing. But John sent me a link. I'm going to read it off of this because I just got it literally 5 minutes ago. But this is from Bloody Disgusting. This was just published an hour ago. And this is written by John Squires. It says, the Salem's Lot remake is once again without a release date. In the midst of many big-time changes over at Warner Brothers, we've learned tonight that the Salem's Lot remake from Warner Brothers and New Line has been bumped from release yet again. It says, originally set for theatrical release of September 9th of 2022, the new Stephen King adaptation was recently bumped to April 21st of 2023, and now the film has been undated altogether. It's likely that Warner Brothers is trying to figure out what to do with the movie and whether to bring it to theaters or to streaming on HBO Max. We'll report more as we learn it. It just says James Wan produced, and New Line with Gary Dauberman, who is responsible for It, The Nun, and of course directed Annabelle Comes Home, writing the script, also directing. And then it just talks about, again, the normal, talks about the plot and things like that, which we already know. So, very strange, and I don't know what's going on. This is very weird. This is just very strange that they're doing this. I know recently Warner Brothers just shelved a Batgirl movie. So when that happened, I started, again, no disrespect to Jeremy, no disrespect to anybody that was saying this movie's not going to come out. Again, I don't have any insight into the industry outside of what I'm reading on social media, on sites like Arrow in the Head and Bloody Disgusting, but I just couldn't believe that it was so high profile. I mean, they announced that they were going to be doing this remake pre-pandemic. I remember the announcement came in April of 2019, and then there was the big build-up last year, all the casting announcements. And then as we got closer and closer to the release date and there was nothing coming out about it, after the CinemaCon in late April, where people said they enjoyed the footage was amazing. They talked about, just some of the scenes that had been showcased, like the one in Matt Burke's house, of course, the one with Mike Ryerson in the cemetery. It seemed like this was going to be really great, and of course James Wan has a terrific track record, and Gary Dauberman has been involved in some huge projects, two of them being Stephen King properties, It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, so I thought this was a slam dunk. And I'm really just feeling like this is probably just going to be like what happened with Cell, the John Cusack, Samuel L. Jackson re-team up after 1408, which was another property that got just sort of thrown out on home video because it was a terrible movie. I did a review of it back in 2016 when it finally made its way to like streaming services, and I didn't like it. I mean, I liked elements of it, but I just felt after loving that book and watching that movie, it was a train wreck. And I really am just shocked that this is happening again, and it seems like this film is probably going to get canceled, and maybe we won't see it. Maybe Jeremy was right this whole time. Jeremy Horn was right this whole time. Again, I'm just putting this stuff out there because I don't feel like there's a lot of coverage on the Salem's Lot remake right now. I mean, there are some people on YouTube that are doing it, but I've done this just because I love the original so much. It's a passion of mine. It's my favorite movie of all time. And I was really upset they were going to remake it, but my hopes, I kept having hope that this would be a good adaptation, and there was so many amazing people that are involved in it. But the secrecy, the whole thing that started with William Sadler and who he's playing and who's playing Barlow, and it just seems like there's never been a secure footing on this production based on what we've seen in the media and what's been reported back through like the horror websites that I mentioned. So yeah, this is really discouraging. I'm really losing hope that we'll see it, or if we do see it, it's just going to be like, John Squire said in the article, that they're going to dump it on a streaming service like HBO Max or something that they did like last year when Warner Brothers and New Line entered into agreement with HBO Max, and all of their movies that were premiering in theaters, limited releases because we were still in the midst of a pandemic, were also showing on HBO Max on the same day. So who knows what to think at this point. I'm really discouraged by this news. I want to thank again John Compiano for letting me know about this. I will put a link down below to the article. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I don't understand what's going on, but we'll have to just wait and see. Again, link down below to the article. Thank you everyone for the support, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Take it easy, stay scared as always, and remember, you can do nothing against the master. Hey fellow Fright Fiends, just want to say thank you again for supporting Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone. If you're brand new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification so you're updated every time I drop a new video. I typically do this once or twice a week with new content. I've been doing this for over 11 years, and the horror genre is a passion of mine, and it really means a lot to me that I can share that passion with all of you guys. Thanks so much again for the support, and I'll talk to you again later. Take it easy, stay scared as always.